The baller, oh, come on, you're switching me to the wrong guy, man. To Bosley, back into Ritchie. Come on, man, this should be a goal. Ritchie goes around the keeper, puts it away. Thank you, thank you. So Bosley, oh, there we go. Anthony makes it 2-1. Thank you. 5-3 on aggregate. Anthony, Fabinho, Clivert. Oh, slips it. Oh my goodness me. That was a beautiful goal. But the fact of the matter is, these defenders are shocking. I can't believe that's happened again. Roma was down to 10 men. We still allowed them back into the tie. They came into the second leg, bossed the second leg, pushed us to the point where we had to rely on a draw to get through. Here we go. Here we go. We're back with another episode. This is episode number 50 in season 4. And we have a big, massive game to kick this episode off. It's the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We're going to the Parc des Princes to play PSG. And yeah, we're away from home. We're going to quickly take a look at the calendar to check out the rest of the games of this episode. So we have to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to play them away from home in the league. After that, we have a home game against Paris Saint-Germain for the second leg in the quarterfinals. And then we're going to cap the episode off with a home game against Aston Villa in the league. Okay, so we're going to check out some of the stats now. So as you can see, Ritchie is catching up to Marcus Rashford. He's basically caught up to Moukoko. He's just a few assists away from matching his goal contributions in all competitions. As you can see, he has an average rating of 7.03. And yeah, he is growing as a player. His overall's now 80. Before, when we started the season, it was like 77, 78. Yeah, 78 sounds about right. Oh no, it was 77, sorry. And it's grown into 80. But with the rest of the team, yeah, Anthony, his average rating is going down, but he still continues to contribute to the final third. 13 goals and 15 assists in all competitions. And João Felix as well, he's doing quite well for himself. Another player to take a look at is Jadon Sancho. At the moment, he's moaning about game time and his numbers are okay, but for his average rating and the amount of game time he's probably expecting, we probably have to look to move him on because we can't carry anyone in the side that's just unhappy. So if he continues to be unhappy from now until the end of the season, we will explore that option in the summer. Another player, Harvey Elliott. So he's in his probation phase. So if he has a poor season next season, we'll probably move him on. But he's starting to score some goals. He scored a brace in the previous game. And we're going to talk about the results off camera as well. So off camera, we ended up playing against Fulham where we won 5-0 away from home at Craven Cottage. And then we had a home game against Brentford where we won 2-1. Okay, so without further ado, let's head off into the first game of this episode. So as you already know, it's the quarterfinals against PSG. We've encountered them before plenty of times in this save. We lost against them. I mentioned it before the Europa League final. And we also beat them in the Champions League last season in a tie. I can't remember which tie it was. I probably do need to do like a recap history on the previous seasons so I can be able to quote what ended up happening the last time we played. But I'm sure we beat them and I'm sure it was in the knockout phase. So yeah, let's head off into the game and let's get off to a flying start in this episode. Okay, so the players are now out. 5-time champions, Manchester United up against PSG. How's it going to end? How's this tie going to end? Let's find out. Okay, so we're straight into the action for this episode. We're attacking to the left, PSG are attacking to the right. As you can see, there's a familiar face up top for PSG, which is Anthony Martial. We ended up selling him to PSG for 46 million in the summer. So he's partnered up with Mbappe. They tried to score early on. I don't know what ended up happening with Colbert. I tried to header it back to Lafont. For some reason, just didn't register that I was asking him to head it back to the keeper. But PSG tried to get off to a flying start. It remains 0-0. There's Ritchie. Oh, Anthony. Ball over here. Can he keep that in? He does. Anthony. Felix. Felix to turn. Too easy. Too easy. I don't know what PSG this is, but that was rather easy. João Felix takes it down on his chest, just turns and picks out the opposite corner. It's 1-0 to United. Okay, this ball in from Anthony. Just turns. João Felix. Guys, the ball to his left foot. Just rolls it in. Oh, poor challenge. Poor challenge. Yellow card given to LaCroix. At least he didn't overreact and give him a red card. Anthony. Good challenge from behind. Mbappe. Corbett chasing Mbappe. Oh no, Martial can turn, takes a shot. Lafont again. He's alert. PSG are trying to pepper us with shots, creating goal scoring opportunities for days, but they're not able to take them, unfortunately. For the Parisians, we are in behind. Anthony makes it to 27th minute. Anthony has dinked Donnarumma, and that is why he's the best in the world. Two-time Ballon d'Or winner. Look at this. Takes the ball in the stride, right foot, dinks the keeper. That training on his weak foot has paid off. Savic. I knew he was going to cut that back into Mbappe. Well done, Lafont with the save. Martial denied again. Just trying to be very composed in possession. Trying not to panic when I'm being pressured. The PSG are pressing from the front. It's probably why it's so easy to find balls in behind. Well done, João Felix. He turns Bastoni. Oh, João Felix giving him the footwork. Szoboszlai. Oh, Ritchie. There we go, Ritchie. Ritchie. Right foot. Oh, left foot shot. Goes wide on the right-hand post. Oh, we are playing some good football. Ritchie showing some footwork there. Has the ability to pull that out of the bag. Just didn't pay off. You see Cucurella on the bench. Area. 1 minute added on and is played already. Well done, Timber. We're about to head off into the interval. We're 2-0 up at the moment. The Parisians are in our own back garden, being shown how to finish. They definitely need to switch things up and change things. As you can see, it's a slow day at the office for Mbappe and Martial. We're at the hour mark now. As PSG just come out of the centre circle with the ball. Going forward has Mbappe into Bernardo Silva. Finds Mbappe, who takes a long shot. Tries to catch Lafont off guard. That's what Mbappe needs to do more often. Because Lafont was almost caught off guard. He makes the save. Come on, let's go. Szoboszlai with the return ball. Unlucky. Okay, so overlap and run for Malacia. This guy's bombarding forward. There's Malacia. Tyrone Malacia. Left foot shot. That's number 3. That is number 3. In Paris, we are beating Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 in the first leg of the quarterfinals. It's looking like it's going to be a rampage at the moment. 2 substitutions. Lacroix is off for Lindelof, and we are taking off Szoboszlai for Harvey Elliott. It's looking like it's going to be a mountain to climb for PSG if we continue to play this way. Because when we play this way, we are very hard to beat. And very hard to beat is exactly what we was in this game. We gave them our ass whooping. I think that's the nicest way to put it. 3-0. Goals scored from João Felix, Anthony. And we also got a goal from... who scored the last goal? I don't know how I've forgotten already. Malacia, that's it. If there's nothing to talk about in the menu, we're going to go straight into the game against Tottenham. Okay, so the away side, Manchester United, we're going to line up with Lafont in goal. Timbers at the back with Lacroix, Corbett and Malacia. Bellingham's in the middle with Martinez and Szoboszlai. Up top, we have Douglas, Ritchie. Sancho's playing off the left. And then we have Anthony on the right-hand side. Okay, it's a big encounter. Conte versus RemelHD. Who's going to come out on top? We've already beaten them earlier on this season. It'll be nice to do the double over a side that's considered a bogey club. For us, at least. Okay, the game is underway at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A massive shade on our side of the pitch. Evanilson plays it to the right-hand side. Malacia can win the ball with Burgart. Okay. More of the same in this game. PSG definitely have a better squad than Tottenham. Definitely have more of the positive side to their game. Tottenham, they do play 5 at the back. They do tend to sit back. So we should have more possession. It's just about what we do with it in this match. That shade is putting me off a bit. It's very bright. Not the shade, sorry. The sunny part. Once you enter from the shade. Here's Szoboszlai. Right foot shot. Try to test out Kevin Trapp. He makes the save. Drills the ball to the right hand side. There's Jed Spence. Takes on Malacia. Cuts it back into White. Oh, he shimmies past Bellingham. Has Bergart, who loses the ball to LaCroix. Almost turned into a really good attack from Tottenham. 12 minutes played. Playing out from the back at the moment. Trying to make our way forward. Heads at Ritchie. Douglas Ritchie. Taking on 3 defenders. Turns. Left foot shot. Ritchie something else. Ritchie is something else. It's 1-0 in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And we've drawn first blood. Douglas Ritchie is becoming a star. Becoming a star. Straight from the academy. He's taken on the Tottenham Hotspur defence. And he was successful. Decision making still something I'm working on with these players. Put the ball back as Ritchie. It's a Bosley. Sancho arriving late in the box. Cross far post. Trapp makes the save. CDM roll. Oh, he's got a bit of pace about him, trying to bomb forward, but LaCroix's in the way of that through ball pass. And that's taken out again for the second time in this first half. That's a second yellow card for Bergart. Jonathan Bergart sent off. I mean, I hate getting players sent off, but I love seeing players get sent off for the opposition. Look at that. Danger isn't over. Well done, Ritchie. Right, left foot shot from Anthony. That stung the hands of Trapp. Oh, nice ball to the right-hand side. It's Jed Spence up against Malacia. Jed Spence all alone down that right-hand side. Malacia cuts across and concedes the throw momentarily. Throw and taken as Jed Spence again. Sancho on him. Son drills it into the box. Well done, LaCroix. If he weren't there, Evanilson was ready to tap that in. Ball crossed in. Oh, no. Well done, Malacia. He's on the line. He clears it off the line. Szoboszlai. Anthony. Simican on him. And Jed Spence. Simican looking like the likeliest candidate to get the ball off him. But he is not successful as the best in the world. Drills it across Kevin Trapp and makes it 2-0. 10 men Tottenham. They are sinking rather slowly. Having the time of their life in the away stand. We love to see it. We don't love to see that. Bellingham getting a yellow card. That challenge was on Ericsson as well. Very poor. Moving this ball around nicely. Oh, LaCroix. What a challenge from LaCroix. It's like he's on steroids here. Sancho, right foot shot. Kevin Trapp with the save. Oh, nicely crossed. Simican gets it away. Oh, Anthony's holding his shoulder. He better get back up. Evanilson. Son. Series of poor defending. LaCroix comes out on top. Well done, LaCroix. And Anthony's down. Anthony is down. Oh my goodness me. He's holding his knee. He was holding his shoulder before. Hopefully when we get into the menu, it's not too serious, because yeah, we do need him for the little run that we're going to have towards the end of the season. Really comfortable on the ball, passing it around the back. There's a Moukoko. Harvey Elliott. Oh, he's fluffed that. I don't know how he's fluffed that. Maybe I should have just shot with the right foot of Moukoko. But someone was closing me down. Okay, so full-time whistle. 3-0 is the scoreline. Positive result away from home. Yeah, it looks like this battle this season has been one-sided. RemelHD 2. Conte 0 in that battle, but on the day we've beaten them 3-0 away from home. Fantastic performance on and off the ball, moving the ball around. Ball retention was spectacular in this game. I'm sure them being down to 10 men has helped. Okay, so we have some bad news now. So we're in April, and yeah, it's official. Anthony is out for 2 months, so he's potentially going to miss the Champions League final. I'm not too sure on the specifics, on when he's due to come back, like the date, but he's got a dislocated shoulder and he's out for 2 months. That's all I know about that injury. So yeah, the best in the world most likely won't be featuring in the most important part of the season, which is like the back end of it, where you could potentially be in the semi-final of the Champions League or the final. And we also have an FA Cup encounter as well. Yeah, FA Cup encounter will be the semi-finals, and that's against Newcastle, who aren't a hard side. They're definitely, who aren't an easy side, sorry. They're definitely a hard side to play in my save currently. 25th of April is when the FA Cup semi-final is going to be taking place. But yeah, a crucial blow to the first team, but we do have personnel in the squad that should be able to cover him for the small amount of time that he's going to be out. I mean, we have played most of the big games in the league this season for the second time, for the second round of games. And yeah, I'm just nervous about Champions League because we've had a poor injury record in this series, and we've also had a poor defensive record this season. So the front three is what's normally carrying us through these victories, and if we're not scoring, because goals win you games, I'm very worried that we're going to concede too many goals and get knocked out eventually. But yeah, we have the second leg, and yeah, right now it's 3-0 in the tie. There's no hope for PSG in my eyes. And just to give you guys a heads up as well, this almost slipped my mind. I put Garnacho up for sale, so teams around Europe are going to be watching on this game. He's Argentinian, so the Argentine's going to be watched closely by sides in Europe. I don't want to settle for anything less than 28 million. He does have a decent contract left, and he still has decent potential, so there's no excuse to why we can't get as much as we can for him. So 35 million is what we're going to start at, and I think 28 million is the lowest we're going to ask. Old Trafford is hosting the quarterfinal second leg against PSG, where we are 3-0 up in this tie. No changes to the starting 11. Definitely raring to go. I want to show you guys what we can do to sides like this in Europe. I know we've had a difficult season. We've just about got past certain sides, but this one is, we're going to showcase what we can do up front. Let's go. Let's get this game started. Corbett to Timber. He's had an excellent episode. You're in Timber bombing forward with the ball. Oh, picks out Ritchie. Ritchie, front goal, and that is another goal for Ritchie. Big game to score, and he's done exactly that. Ritchie stepped up. Two big injuries up top. Rashford and Mukoko out. Two separate occasions. And Douglas Ritchie stepped up and taken the mantle and has run away with it. Mbappe crosses it. No pressure on, I think that's Bernardo Silva, and Lafont makes the save. Okay, so we're going to go attacking. João Felix. It's definitely improved in the back end of the season. Ritchie wins a penalty. Ritchie wins a penalty off Mukiele. Sloppy defending there. Didn't need to concede a penalty, and he's committed. Just tried to cut in. He's just completely clattered into me. Can I come out on top in this battle? And I do exactly that. 2-0. Douglas Ritchie with the brace. 16 minutes played. Paris Saint-Germain, they are being bullied in this tie at this point. Douglas Ritchie sized up that penalty. Very composed. Donnarumma barely moved the muscle. Wondering if they're just running out of ideas at this point. And out from the back, really calm and composed. That's how you need to be. Moving the ball really nicely. This could be goal number 3, and it is. Goal number 3, 6-0 on aggregate. We are bullying PSG at this point. João Felix on the score sheet. Oh, there we go. That's a goal for PSG. That's a consolation. I thought we was going to deal with that. It did not look like it was going to lead to a goal. But, yeah, That's the power of Mbappe. He can turn anything into something. To Martial. Ball rolls on the inside. Takes on Timber and takes on LaCroix. And he's caught out by his former captain, Martinez. Elliott. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai finds Ritchie. Douglas Ritchie. Douglas Ritchie. I did not need to do that. I didn't need to do that. Phil Silva. Mbappe flicks the ball up. Malacia is there to dispossess him in the box, but concedes the corner kick. Looks like they're going to take it short. I'm bursting out to Lamar. Won't let me. Lamar. Well done, Szoboszlai. Just brushes him off the ball as if he wasn't even there. Szoboszlai. Ritchie. Douglas Ritchie. Through on goal. This is what I mean. PSG really pants right now. Allow me to just run in behind a lethal goal scorer like Ritchie. He can't be afforded that much time alone with Donnarumma. Enough time to pick out the corner as well. And he's found a way to score a hat-trick. It's 4-1. Look at this. He's just bearing down on goal. You just know he's going to score. And the worst thing is about Ritchie, this whole season I've been shooting with his left foot. He's actually right-footed. I've been handicapping this guy. Okay, so Moukoko, he's replacing the hat-trick hero himself, Ritchie. And Benacer, he's on for the captain, Martinez. Oh, Mbappe. Oh, nice block there. Enrique looking like he was about to score. But rather fortunate in that moment not to concede another consolation. Malacia, one ball up the pitch as per usual. Takes out the whole defense of PSG. Extra touch from João Felix. Shot blocked from Szoboszlai's shot. That's Schlotterbeck with a block. Benacer with a header. Moukoko. Harvey Elliott. Szoboszlai taken out. Referee, man. Referee. A massive, massive victory. 4-1 is the scoreline. 7-1 on aggregate. The match ball will be going home with Douglas Ritchie as he managed to bag himself a hat-trick in the quarterfinals. Big stage for the young player. Breakout season for him for sure. Hopefully there's many more seasons like this to come for him. Many more games like this to come for him. He's definitely worked his socks off. Definitely earned that hat-trick. Okay, so we got a response back from Wolfsburg. So they have agreed to pay the 35 million fee that we slapped on Garnacho. So we're just waiting for Borussia Dortmund, who did come in slightly after Wolfsburg. I'm not going to accept Wolfsburg's big bid because I don't want to give them a head start over Dortmund before finding out what Dortmund are going to offer. So yeah, we're just buying ourselves some time. We're going to proceed forward and see what happens with that deal. Okay, so we're going to head off into the final game of this episode. At the moment, we are sitting at first place with 75 points on the table to Aston Villa's 31. They are sitting at 15th. Right now, we are rather confident that we can turn up anywhere and get the victory, but it hasn't been like that all season. So, yeah, just expect the unexpected. That's all I can really say about this final game. So, yeah, let's head off into the last game. We're playing at Old Trafford. Let's bag the 3 points. Okay, so for the final game of this episode, we are going to line up with a bit of a shuffled pack. Lafont is in goal with the low at the back of LaCroix, Corbett and Mendes. In the middle, we have Fernandes, Martinez and Szoboszlai. Up top, we have Ritchie, Felix and Harvey Elliott, who's playing off the right-hand side. It's Corbett. Mendes. Got João Felix into Fernandes. Felix again on the ball. Cuts in on his right foot. Cuts in on his right foot. Smacks that bar. That bar is probably still ringing. Unai Emery, you can tell he's concerned. Look at his face. Concerned, you can see it. Then Donker wins the ball in the middle of the park. Here's Torreira. Simmons. Diatta on this right-hand side up against Mendes. Kessler Hayden. Oh, Abraham backhills it into Diatta. Oh, what a goal. He gets it through the legs of Lafont. I don't know how he's done that, but Aston Villa have taken the lead. He silenced Old Trafford with that goal. Ball in behind. Oh, what a ball. Ritchie. 1-1. Instantly respond to that goal that made us go behind. Ball in behind from Harvey Elliott. Another goal contribution. Maybe he just needed some time to settle, and he's playing off that right-hand side. I've seen a massive benefit to him playing out wide so far. Abraham. Diatta, the goal scorer. Definitely a threat. We need to be careful with him. Have to double up on him too. Oh, what play there from Tammy Abraham to get the ball back into Diatta, who tries his luck again. He's really fluffed his lines this time. Drags it really wide. Oh, well done, Martinez. Wins the ball high up the pitch. Well done, Martinez. Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott moves the ball onto his left foot. Really unlucky. How's the keeper deny him there? Really unlucky to not get his goal in that moment. There's a Szoboszlai. Done. Szoboszlai riding the challenges there. Thinks it. Ritchie on the inside to Bruno Fernandes, who makes it 2-1. We have taken the lead now. At home, we are leading. Bruno. The low. Far post cross. João Felix. It goes in. It goes in. It's 3-1. What a header on that far post. What a ball in from Diogo Dalot. Responding to my criticism. Things get better and better. Okay, nice tackle there by Corbett. Felix. Is it down the line? Here's Ritchie. He has Szoboszlai on the inside. Can Ritchie go alone? Most likely can. Ritchie takes a shot. That's another goal from Ritchie. That's a brace too. And Aston Villa are being bullied. And Ritchie's just done in this episode at the moment. Ball goes in. Come on, deal with that. Deal with that. There we have it. Last game of this episode. We've won 4-1. Great victory. Again, more goals. Very dominant performance. Ritchie, he just doesn't fail to impress. Good defending again. Lafont standing out at the back. So a lot of players that have stood out in this episode. We'll be spending too much time talking about them. Okay, so we've come to the end of the episode now. We're going to quickly take a look at the league table. So as you can see, we're on top of it with 78 points. 2 points ahead of Liverpool, who are second. We've both played the same amount of games, 32 games played. We've got 6 games left in the league. Is it going to go down to the wire? Arsenal, they are third with 71 points on the table. City, they are fourth with 67 points on the table. And Chelsea, they are fifth with 66 points on the table. If you want to take a look at the rest of the standings, just pause the video and we're going to scroll down and read out the rest of the important things. So when it comes to the relegation battle, Brighton, they still remain in the relegation zone. Brentford, they're still in the relegation zone, and so are Watford. So not too much has changed. As you can see, there is a bit of a gap between Bournemouth and Brighton, so it's unlikely that anything's going to change unless it's within the three that are at the bottom. So Brentford and Brighton, they are the only sides that could potentially swap positions in the bottom three. Okay, so this is the draw for the Champions League semi-final. So as you can see, just like the Champions League final last season, it was the Manchester derby. We have the semi-finals hosting the Manchester derby. So United versus City. The first leg is going to be hosted at Old Trafford. The second leg is going to be at the Etihad. In the other tie, Liverpool are against Inter Milan. So that's going to be interesting. If Liverpool end up being Inter Milan, I guess the Northwest derby is going to be hosted by the Champions League final. And that's definitely going to make for a really entertaining Champions League final, if I'm honest with you. When it comes to the next episode, so expect us to play these games. We're going to have Arsenal at home in the Premier League, a crucial game as they are in the top 4 and we are still going head to head with Liverpool, so we can't afford to drop points. We have the semi-finals against Newcastle, again a team that was finalists against in the same competition. We are now finalists, semi-finalists against them in the next season. So we beat Newcastle last season in the FA Cup final, for those who didn't tune in. Again, the ties for the Champions League, they're going to be played in the next episode as well. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. And we have Liverpool as well. We have a lot of games. I don't know how we're gonna do this. How's this gonna work, guys? I don't understand how this is gonna work. We might have to do this. Arsenal, Newcastle, and first leg of the Man City tie, because that is just a lot. And then we have Liverpool, Man City and Newcastle in the league. So we do have a lot of big games to play left in the league. This can be a really, really tough challenge. Our run of games are quite tough. So we still have to play Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool and Chelsea. Leicester City, they're a bogey side. Crystal Palace, they sometimes are a bogey side. So yeah, well, it's not even a foregone conclusion. We're not guaranteed to have an easy run at this title. So it's definitely going to go down to the wire. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. If you made it this far, please remember to smash that like button, sub to the channel if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, premiere a video, or upload one. Okay, so yeah, it's time to part ways. As I said, I'd like to thank you guys for showing support in the comment section below, leaving likes as well, tuning in consistently. I always enjoy recording FIFA content, especially with Manchester United as well. And yeah, you guys have definitely showed out for the season. You guys asked for me to come back, and you definitely have delivered in terms of the support for the channel. So thank you for that. Thank you, really appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna part ways now. Like I said, take care for now. Peace.